Man, you got to get some of these signs made no matter what. Look at this. Please don't call my business line, but check this out. So this sign just sold me. We're working at this property right now for a couple days. I'm like, man, I don't feel like putting the sign out on every single job, but we're going to be here for a couple days, so I'll just put the sign out. So already sold me 2 jobs in 24 hours. Person down the street. What's up? What's up? It's Keith here. In this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually in my home office studio thing here, and I'm putting together some wire Bandit signs that you stick in the ground. It's springtime advertisement. The ones we have are dingy and faded, and I've only got like 3 left or 2 left. And the guy that I usually order them from, he's retired and gone out of business. So I'm ordering them online. It's not any specific website. I just searched around and found one that looks like a good deal or whatever. And so anyways, I'm designing it. And in this video, I want to talk about what I've learned about graphic design. And now I've spent thousands of dollars on marketing courses and online. I've attended seminars, and I'm personally absolutely obsessed with marketing. I don't claim to be a professional graphic designer, although my wife's family, and speaking of her, if you can hear the washing machine going off in the background, she's doing laundry constantly. And that's a good thing. So, but she comes from a family of graphic designers, so I get to be around this stuff all the time. And I want to give you like a little lesson about graphic design, because you can actually take a lot of this into your hands and take the power into your own hands, and with some basic skills, put together some pretty basic, powerful stuff that can, I don't know, make your business more ROI. Return on investment. So check this out. Here's a little design it yourself website. You could design your own marketing and advertising. So I'm basically, this is not my real phone number, obviously, but I'm taking my logo here. I got my logo designed by a guy who doesn't do it anymore, but I paid $250 for a logo design package. He made my logo. He made a bunch of different revisions, and I really like with what he came up with. For me, it was the K with the thing cut out of it. If I could go back, I would have not named my business my last name. I did it then because I was like, the customer was like, who do I write the check out to? I'm like, Calphus. And I knew I couldn't mess it up. But it's not really good for marketing purposes to put your name unless you are, a big name and you've grown it to that point. And by the way, here, these are the BPH-S1 Audio Technica. This is my cat. Do not eat the wires. The BPH-S1 Audio Technicas, you might see these in the Lewis Howes podcast. And I really like these because you can hear me clearly. But so if you use your business as your last name, don't make the same mistake that I did, is put a huge on your trailer. I didn't know he was going to do that, and I didn't know better at the time anyways. So nobody cares about your name really, really big. This is the beginning of the lesson. They care about, well, if you want to get into what they care about, that's deep psychological marketing stuff, but we won't get into that here. But I want to say your service, at least your service, so you'll make more money when you just be more visible and you put your offer out more. This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do. If you're always at least putting an offer out, an offer that's kind of crappy is better than no offer at all, in my opinion. So I'm putting tree trimming really large. This is the time of the year. It's still dormant. The grass isn't growing a lot. We're not trimming a lot of shrubs. We do a lot of ornamental tree trimming. We just trimmed trees today. It was a $600 job. And besides for taxes and stuff, I basically made like $500 in 2 hours today, trimming, shaping, thinning, printing, sculpting, and elevating ornamental trees, small honey locust trees, a crabapple tree, a crimson maple tree, and a flowering cherry blossom tree. Tree trimming, whatever it may be for you, window cleaning, pressure washing, siding, gutters, insulation, whatever the hell you're doing, you're probably, So it's a perfect time to advertise this right now, to spend your money right now, the springtime, right now. If you're watching this and it's spring, as soon as that grass is growing and the birds are chirping and people are out working, people want to get their stuff done. So I'm putting up money now. I should have done this a couple weeks ago, but I was really busy putting out something else, and I've already got other marketing things going on. I just really want to hammer it home and make sure, because if you hit that, if you really, there's something called trickle flow flood. If you create a flood of work now, then you don't get swamped doing all this low profit work. You have so many phone calls coming in, so much work coming in, that you can actually, choose the jobs and cherry pick the jobs that you want that make you the most money. This is why spending money on our marketing is so important. I'm trying to get a lot out here, but let's get back to this. Okay, so Colors, 2 basic colors. Whenever you're marketing with anything, step 2 is 2 colors, a maximum of 3. If it's a third color just to accentuate something, fine. 2 colors, a maximum of 3. Never use more than 2 colors because there's something about the way it contrasts with the eye. 2 contrasting colors on the color spectrum. I won't get in that here, but these are contrasting colors. Now, that light green there, I can't fix it within the software program. My logo is a slightly lighter green. Whatever it can pass from now. Green and black is fine for me. Now, fonts. We're going to talk about fonts. 2 fonts. A maximum of 3. Whenever you start to create your own graphic designs, your advertises, if you're creating your own flyers and things like that in Photoshop or Paint, you might want to put all these different fonts and colors because you don't know what to do. It's best to have 2 fonts, a maximum of 3, because and everything left justified. There's a certain where the eyes follow a natural gravitational pull. They start at the top left and then they gravitate, like you read, to the bottom right. Your eyes should fall naturally when you see something. And let me zoom in here so you can see this. See that? So the smallest position, I'm going to literally come in here and move this around. Now this is Arial bold. The smallest things, if you make it a little bit smaller, it completely changes the psycho-emotional feeling that a person gets when they look at it, or whether it looks trustworthy or not. If I had this all the way over here, it wouldn't make sense. If I had it over here, it wouldn't make sense. What the best thing would be to do is to take this K and detach these 2 in Photoshop, and I'm not going to do that, and lift this black up over here where it says Kelphus, and have everything so aligned that no matter what angle you look at it from, there you go, no matter what angle you look at this from, even when you glance at it, you should be able to just read it. See, really good marketing is good when it's invincible, when you don't even see that it's marketing. That's how you know something is good marketing. It bypasses the critical mind and goes directly to the subconscious mind, and you just get the message immediately. You just totally get it. There's no resistance. It's fluid, and there's no resistance as in, this is very important. I know I'm going deep. It's extremely important to go through this exercise. You know how when if you're like walking in a room in your house and like maybe there's a coffee table that's too close to the couch and you kind of squeeze through it. Like sometimes you might bang your knee on it. And it just gives you this little feeling of resistance when you walk past it. There shouldn't be any of that in your marketing. It should feel just right. So the smallest thing, the number. If I've got, not enough bleed space on that and it's too close to the edges, that's not good for printing. You want it perfectly. The same amount of space on the left here should be perfectly the same amount of space that's on the right. Right? And you got to go back and forth and make it perfect. Perfect. There you go. A little to the left. There you go. There's people that work on graphic designs for like 20 hours. Crazy hours, right? This is art as well. Now I want the word trimming to sit right in the seated spot, but not only so it perfectly sits with the perfect amount of space between the black numbers and that, but the amount of space that's between the letters and numbers should be the same exact amount of space that's in between the next line. Should be the exact same, unless you're specifically. And then what you're doing is there's something called rule of thirds in photography. There's psychologically satisfying ways that all this goes. This is very important. So I want to put this, so see the green K here? I want the perfect amount of space to be on all these sides to grid it out. So it feels, right? I'm trying to stop my cat from eating cables. He needs a lot of attention. Settle down. His name is Ninja. He's a good cat. But anyways, so everything should be so positioned to a way that you can literally keep fiddling. Oh, what about that? That looks all right. Let me pull a little to the left. And one thing that you can do, you could be like, honey, what do you think about this? But, you might be getting yourself into a Rubik's Cube. I used to show other people my marketing pieces when I was really not confident. And now, like I designed my book cover, I'm not going to sit here and pull my book out. I'm not trying to sit here and promote my stuff. but I'll just say I designed my book cover like 50 revisions of it, and went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Literally 8.5 hours of designing my own damn book cover to get it to the point where it felt psychologically satisfying and you could read it. You can look at anything. Start paying attention to the stuff when you look on magazines, when you look at signs, when you look at anything. Marketing is everywhere all the time, and it's very implicitly designed with a lot of intention. A professional graphic designer can whip something up in excuse me, my sister-in-law is a professional graphic designer. I've paid her like what do I charge her? On the low end for something simple, $50 up to $200 for her design logos and shit. She is awesome. She's a professional graphic designer. My wife's sister, and her name is Lauren. She can design something so fast for me, and I'm like, whoa! It's because all the years. That's what they do every day, right? So check this out. I should have just paid her to do this crap, but this is something really simple. Okay, there you go. And I'll keep moving it around, and try this yourself. You can create your own designs. I want a person. Now here's another trick, the last trick I want to share with you. Lean your head all the way back, really far away, and then squint and relax your eyes at the same time so everything looks blurry. Here's a designer's trick of the trade. Pull your eyes all the way back and squeeze your eyes so it's blurry, and if you can still make sense of it and it feels right even though it's blurry and you could still read it, that's when you know you've got it, right? Should be no confusion. You know what? I swear on everything. I swear on everything. I did not set you up. You got to promise me. I swear. My sister-in-law is a graphic designer, and I've talked to her before about, because a lot of guys ask me for logos and stuff like that, and I send them to Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. You can pay $5, $10, $15 for a logo, but the problem is the communication and the revisions and things like that. My sister-in-law, just to tell you the truth, she became a stay-at-home mom recently, and she left her job, and she asked me, she's like, hey, I'm open to doing any freelance work if you know anybody that wants anything done. And I'm like, well, I can talk about it on my YouTube channel. She really is good at this. She's legit. Like, she can make you a badass logo if you need one. I can't believe I'm smiling. I'm doing this right now. I'm like, but I have to, like, set up a simple web page for you because of a lot of people want it done. We got to, like, you know, qualify them, and then if you want a logo done by my sister-in-law, she can actually do it for you, and she's very damn good at it. I'll put a link in the description below. I can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah, it's good though. I'll put a link in the description below, and then you can get a hold of her. And here's the secret. She's probably not going to see this in video anyways. I guarantee you she'll be cheaper than oh, I shouldn't do this. She'll okay, I paid $250 for that one logo. I guarantee you, dude, she ain't gonna charge no $250 or we got a problem. So there you go. Alright, Keith Kelfis, landscaping employee trap. Click the link in the description below if you want a logo made. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna keep working on this, and I hope you got something out of that. And I'm going to order up some Bandit signs so I can stick them in the lawns. Here's another trick. Stick them at the front of subdivisions. See that? When you are working in a subdivision, stick one at each entrance of the subdivision and on the lawn that you're working on. If you're working in that area, leave them out all day. Leave them out until the cops take them. That's a huge thing. You can plaster a subdivision with door hangers and flyers, or like the webinar bomb thing, whatever you want to do, and put Bandit signs out at the same time, and just keep plastering the same subdivisions over and over that you want to get working, and that's how you really you saturate it. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. I hope you enjoyed that. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you got anything out of this, and I think we've covered enough. And thank you for your time. I'm gonna get back to work here. Over and out.